Hey everyone, I am livecamant and thank you for joining me on the site once again for part 4 of this off-the-hook, awesome Kyrgyz Republic multicam live site. We have looked at a bunch of different cameras from this entire list. Look at all these live cameras. They all work. They're all very, very nice quality, and though they're not PTZ, the quality makes up for it. There's so much activity, there's so much cool stuff to see in these videos. You know what else is cool? Helping a brother out by hitting that subscribe button and throwing me a thumbs up. It helps to share my video more. The YouTube algorithm loves that kind of stuff. And hey, we're at 85 subscribers as of making these videos. I'm hoping to hit 100 very, very soon, and I can do it with your help. Thank you so much. If you want to help a guy out with a cup of coffee, hey, there's a PayPal link in the description below. Thank you very much for that. And if you want to see my personal live cam, you can see that by either following the link over here or over there, wherever it shows up, or just going to my main YouTube page. If the camera is live, which I do my best to keep it live as much as possible, it'll be the first link on the top. But for now, let's finish off this visit to the Kyrgyz Republic and see more from this amazing site. If you want more information about this site in general and the information about Kyrgyzstan, please watch part 1 of this video series where I go into a lot more detail. But for now, we've got 4 amazing cameras to look at, so let's go. Now this camera is located in the Talas city or region of the Kyrgyz Republic, and it's beautiful. It is beautiful. Again, this is such a varied location for such a small country, landlocked in between Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, and China. There is so much variety, from the mountains, the forests, the lakes, the arid plains, the agricultural land. It's mind-blowing. And I love it. I have loved every bit of this entire site, and I'm so glad I got a chance to share it with you. And if there's any other sites or any other cameras you'd like me to look at and make a video about, maybe in your hometown, or a location that you'd like to see if I can try to find for you, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll do my best to share or find those locations for you. Now this camera is very, very cool. Again, it looks like a main street in Talas, run by Kyrgyz Telecom. This building here, I'm gonna just have to assume, due to the flag flying out front and the kind of majestic quality of it, especially with the backdrop of that big mountain range there, is so cool, that this is likely a government building. Look at all the birds, so many birds. This looks like there's so much life in these cities, in these places in the Kyrgyz Republic. I would love to go visit someday, but the chances are I likely won't get a chance to. I'm getting older. I don't get out and travel the world as much as I'd like to, but that's life. That's the beauty of these type of multicam sites, is we can see so much of different cultures in different places around the world without actually having to buy a plane ticket, wait in line at the airport, get our passport stamped, etc., etc. Gorgeous. Now, we've got 4 videos to look at today, so as beautiful as this one is, and as much as I could honestly stare at this camera all day long, even though a lot of people just say boring, well, whatever, let's take a look at another camera. So that was Talas RAM. Now this is one of the lesser active cameras as far as city views, street views go, but wait till you see it. It is amazing. So Koshkor is this camera is run by Kyrgyz Telecom once again, and look at this glorious camera. We're up on a mountain here, and again, this is definitely agricultural land. If I had to guess, I'm just guessing, I'd say wheat, but I could be wrong. If you know, let me know in the comments down below. But I see here they've got the line of trees as a windbreak, you know, to protect the town beyond this this arid plain from having all the wind blow all the dust and dirt into town. This is very common practice in my home province in Canada as well. But look at this sprawling city. No high rises, no mega towers, no super malls. This is just a beautiful, Kyrgyz city on a beautiful Sunday morning. I mean, look at those mountains. Unfreaking believable. And then the hills over here, a little bit of water here, but wow. This brings me back, the divided agricultural areas with the different crops growing, or possibly now they've already all been harvested because we are getting into winter. But what a gorgeous day. Beautiful blue skies with a few clouds, the mountains. I could put a chair right here where this camera is and just look at this all day long if I were actually there. But that's the beautiful thing about these type of live cam sites. We don't have to actually be there. This is typically the type of scene I'll leave on my second monitor all day while I'm doing other things on my other monitor, just so that when I'm getting frustrated or bored, or I've been looking at the same stupid thing on this monitor for too long, I can come over here and go, let's see if we can find another moment here. All right, so we looked at Talus, we looked at Ram. Now we're going to look at Sun. I have not looked at Sun before, so I don't know what to expect here. I'm sure it's going to be fantastic, though. Every camera on this site so far has been fantastic. Loading. Other than a little loading, these cameras have been tight. I haven't lost connection to them. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So this is Naren. Wow, this looks like a geography class in high school where it shows the movement of the tectonic plates. There's your science lesson for the day. Oh, this camera's having a little bit of sketchiness going on, but based on where it is, they may be running this camera off of a satellite feed. So it may have a little bit spottier internet than some of those other locations that we saw, which is a crying shame because it looks like a stunning camera. We've got these little hill formations here where obviously the ground, there must have been big earthquakes in this area in the past, kind of squished everything together and created this little valley here, which is this beautiful little city right down here in the bottom. Out of all those cameras that we've seen so far, at least a dozen, this is the first one that's having connection issues, and like I said, likely due to its location. So here we go, we are back, we are live. Glorious. We've got the little river running through the valley here, which is probably what carved out this valley. And then, as is very typical in these type of places, the people go where the water is. So this little city extends right through this valley with these mountains on either side. Wild. So you could start off at this mountain over here on this side and either walk or drive across town and get to the mountains on this side. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Now it does look like the camera has frozen again as the timer has stopped. However, this time we're not getting the distortion, so at least we can see what's going on here. But wow, what a beautiful location. Wherever this camera is, I want to go there on vacation. How about you? Would you like to go stay in a cabin up on a mountain overlooking this? Let me know in the comments below, because I certainly would. This is awesome. You can have your beaches and your big cities. This is beautiful. But since the camera is not live, let's go to the last camera here. That being, that was Sun. So the last camera that we haven't looked at yet in this great series has been Manas Horde. An interesting name, 13 degrees Celsius. So there's quite a variety in temperatures across the country of Kyrgyz, or the Kyrgyz Republic, aka Kyrgyzstan. Now this one is interesting. This obviously is a park somewhere, though it almost looks like it could be a graveyard as well. I'm not sure if those are just covered seating areas or if they're solar collectors or both. We've got this very, very tall, very Russian looking statue kind of in the middle of the park, in the middle of all these trees. This little pathway down here, which it does, okay, so this is a road. I was going to say it does have crosswalks, so I thought it might be a walking path, but that is a little road. So I'm wondering what this place is, because those look like gravestones. Those look like gravestones completely. This just looks like an empty area. Not much going on over here. What a beautiful scene, again, with the beautiful mountains in the distance, the beautiful forest with the leaves changing colors. So this is definitely another fall time scene. Again, very reminiscent of my home back in Alberta. But I love it. I love it. There's not a lot going on here, but I could stare at it for days. Look at those birds all circling around. This is probably the least active street view camera that we found in this series, and this has been a series. This is the 4th video in the series. Of course, there are 3 other videos. The first one talks a lot about the site itself and some of the cool cameras with the street views, and then we've got a second video, 3rd video, 4th video being this one. So I encourage you to check them all out because they are so fascinating. And thank you to, I'm going to assume it's Kyrgyz Telecom, for making this amazing site possible, because it is an amazing site. These cameras are all extremely high quality, very, very, very well done, with the exception possibly of sun, just due to the geographic location of the camera. I can understand completely, and even when the camera's frozen, it's gorgeous. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cameras on this one site to come visit. So of course, as always, the link will be in the description, so you can come and visit all of these glorious cameras yourself. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we will see you in the next video.